Hello, 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 hello. Mic testing. Mic test. Let me try once again. Hello, hello. Mic testing. Global Curiosity Challenge. Hello, mic testing. Your voice coming or not? Hello, mic testing. Global Curiosity Challenge. Is it my voice? Is it audible? Hello. See, where I could change that.
So good evening, all, and welcome all of you to this wonderful quiz program. I am back, and you people are back and so cooperative. So let's begin our classes. So, the global curiosity, we are not just testing your memory, we are building your knowledge. So, please do participate actively and try to give the answers give the answers to the comments. Okay, so here we go, and here starts our question number one. Question number one, here we go. I think the long wait has come to an end finally. And here we go for the first question. On your screen, Jerusalem. Question is foreign embassies to Israel are in option A, Jerusalem, option B, Tel Aviv, option C, we have Haifa, and option D, Dimona. So we have four options you could see on the screen. So foreign embassies. So foreign embassies. Okay. Okay. So now you can start answering. What is your option? Option A, Jerusalem. Option B, whether it is Tel Aviv. Option C, Haifa. Or option D, Dimona. So now your answer I am waiting for. Okay. So most of you, A, B, C, and D. My God, that's okay. So now, so let's see here the options. We are most of the options are B, and option B maximum are opting. I think. Okay. So let's see what is the answer. What is the right answer? So here, let us find out. Let us look at the answer and see the explanation on the next slide. The answer is Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv, that is Jerusalem, is the capital, whereas Tel Aviv is one of the largest cities in Israel. Now the problem is here, this question was asked generally. Okay, that's most of the children are answering as Tel Aviv. Okay, right. So even though Jerusalem is the capital city, big city, but very few countries have decided to set up their embassies in this big city, Jerusalem, because of the controversy, because of the conflicts. So Tel Aviv is the safe city chosen by most of the countries. So you could see the description and explanation on the screen. So now the real fight started. So let's see, go by the next question. So next question on your screen, still better ones. Now here on your screen, you can see the question. The first robot to be granted citizenship in the world. The first Robert to be granted citizenship in the world. We have options: A. Sophia, B. Maria, C is Hepburn, and D. None of this. What is your stand? Okay, here Chaitu says option A. He wants to go by option A. A. Sophia, B. Maria, C. Hepburn, and D. None of these. So we have students, the people participants are actively participating and they are trying to come up with the answers. Keep on thinking. The first Robert to be granted citizenship. I'm saying citizenship in the world. A Robert was given the citizenship. Okay. So we are not going to waste your valuable time. So here we come up with the answer. So let's end the confusion, the dilemma, and the interest. Most of the people are now in tense mood. What is correct? So here we have Bhaskar says A, Sai Kumar says B, Vijayak says A, Chaitu says also A. So let us see whether A. So many people are going with. I am seeing a lot of A's. So are you sure? Are you sure? Let us see here in the next slide the description. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. That is Sophia. So historic citizenship was given. It is a humanoid robot developed by David Hanson. It was given the citizenship of Saudi Arabia way back in 2017. So this is said to be modeled, inspired by Audrey Hepburn, the famous actress, and David Hanson's wife. So Sophia is right answer. And here we go with the next important question. So without wasting much time, so here we go. Let us see the next question. So next question on your screen. So at present, Iran is much under discussion. So this is a geopolitical based questions. Okay. So keep learning and keep questioning. So, right, check your audio, grab your notebooks, and today's set is going to be a challenge. So here the question is, Iran is planning to change its capital from Tehran. So question is, Iran's proposed new capital is A. Tabriz, B. Siraj, C. Isfahan, or D. Makran. So what is the correct answer? So here Chaitu goes for D, whereas Tejaswini says, okay, the option Sai Kumar goes with Makran. Okay, now, so option D, there are already two. Okay, right. So, Sir, that is, okay, that's a great, sir. That is, you are participating in our show. It's an honor, sir. And Tabriz, Siraj, Isfahan, or Makran. So, what is the correct answer? So, we have four options. Okay, so now we have to reveal the answer. Let's reveal the answer. Find out Iran's proposed new capital. So this is what actually at present the Tehran, the capital of Iran. but as it is facing much population, more pollution, and much congestions, traffic problems. So that's why Iran is planning to shift its capital from Tehran to the Makran coast. They want to build a new capital city in this Makran coast. So this is relocation proposal put by, yes, most of the children have answer, and those are participants. Better to use, instead of saying students, I should use the word. So all are correct, and that's lovely to see that a flawless response you are giving, and 100% accurate answers till now. Right, right. So now my voice may write. That's most of you are trying to write the answers also. That's great. So now we will go for the next question. Yes, reasons are also flawless. Here we go, the next question. So this question is the which one of the following metals is mainly used in mobile phone batteries? Which one of the following metals is mainly, it is stressed, mainly used in mobile phone batteries? So you have on the screen option A, zinc, option B, nickel, option C, lithium, and option D, copper. So we have option A, zinc, option B, nickel, option C, lithium, and option D, copper. Right, right. So here we are finding copper option. Some are saying lithium, and so just few more seconds. So option C also, Vijayak had written option C. We have lithium, already two people opting for C, and we have copper also one option. And now let us wait and find out what is the correct answer. So the power in your pocket, the cell phone commonly used, which of the following metals is mainly used in the mobile phone batteries? You say, right. So okay, that is Surya. Okay, that's great, Surya. So nice to see that so many people are interested. Okay, now here we go, and let us find out the solution. Whether you hit the bull's eye or you are wrong. Yes, that is C is for lithium. So C is correct answer. This aligns with the data, and that's why a flawless response. So you hit the bullseye. Lithium is the lightest metal and possesses the greatest electrochemical potential. This makes it the ultimate energy dense choice for portable electronics. Even though lithium, nickel, cobalt, aluminum oxide are used in electric vehicle batteries nowadays, technology is improving. So new ideas are clear taking the place of the old ones. But as per the question, the right answer is lithium. And yes, lithium again is the answer. So now let us go for the next question. So here we go for the question number. Next question on your screen. Get ready. Get ready. It is a very beautiful question on environment. So global environment. Rio plus 20 is the short name for option A, Earth Summit, B, Millennium Development Goals, C, United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, or D, Agenda 21? So we have four options. Option A, Earth Summit. Option B, Millennium Development Goals. Option C, we have United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. And option D, Agenda 21. So let us try to find out. Keep on thinking, and answers are pouring in. One by one answer. Yes, there is most A or D. Okay, that's a good thinking. It is a dilemma. So it is Chaitu, maybe the sir says A or D. Sai Kumar, he says Conference on Sustainable Development. Okay, good thinking, but okay. So Surya says option A, Earth Summit. The same way A or D, it is more or less like 50-50. Some people, participants are divided, whether it is Earth Summit or Agenda 21. There is a minute confusion. Our United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. Okay, all the options are so close, so close. So that's the reason. So let us try. This is not that easy question, but it is interesting question. Rio plus 20 is the short name for Summit, Millennium Development Goals, United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, or D, Agenda 21. So now I am saying, along with the A and D, we finding C also option. C also. Okay. So let the wait come to an end. Let us resolve this. Let us find out what is the right solution. What is the right answer? Okay. Rio plus 20 is the short name for what? So whether A, B, C, or D. Here we go. So C is the correct answer. So C is the correct answer. United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, and the Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit was held in 1992, but after a period of 20 years. So exactly 2012, after a period of plus 20, the Conference on Sustainable Development was held. And that's the reason why this got Rio plus 20. So it marks exactly 20 years after the landmark Earth Summit was held. So that's the reason, that's the beauty of this question. And this was a question on environment and sustainable development. So I'm thinking that more people are passive listeners. They are listening and not attempting, but those who are attempting, that's a great sign of fight. Okay, here we go for the next question. So the next question here on your screen, it is based on geographical indications, what we say GI tags. Ozofeni of Goa, which received a GI tag in 2025, is prepared from the juice of, your options are A, apple, B, pineapple, C, cashew apple, or D, orange. Ozofeni of Goa, which received a GI tag in 2025, is prepared for the juice of A, apple, B, pineapple, C, cashew apple, or D. So this is a question generally of degree standard for all the competitive examination aspirants. This is a current affair based question, and here we are finding C or A. Okay, there is a suspense. Okay, Sai Kumar says. Okay, and we have Chaitu sir. So he wonders. So what is the answer option? I'm yet waiting what the others are thinking about which option is correct. So those who are willing, so you can use this. It is informative and entertaining. So the more you are support, so I will make it double special, more attractive, and that's my assurance. So this is quality and seed quality. Ozo Feni of Goa, which received a GI tag in 2025, is prepared from the juice. Options are on the screen. Now you have to see and say your. There is no negative marking in saying the answer. You can answer me on the same YouTube in the chat provided. Live chat is open. You can say your answer and you can write your answer. It will build your confidence. And this is the purpose why I have started this, to develop your energy and enthusiasm. Okay, now, so I am finding, so now some are still thinking. They are in still thinking. Okay, so, okay, are these normal or you say current affairs also? This is a part of current affairs also, but it can be used as a common question also, because ozo feni, that is a kind of drink which is very popular. Okay, so option. Mohan also says option D. He says orange. Okay, Vijaya, sorry, it is Surya says option C, cashew apple. So whereas Tejaswini says whether it is, okay, she is having a question whether it is normal or current affairs. Right. It is a traditional question only. Clear? Stock GK, but at the same time, since 2025, it comes under current affairs also. Okay, so fine now. Apple, pineapple, cashew apple, or orange. Okay, let's see. Find out the answers. So we cannot wait so long. And here we go for the next question on your screen. Let us see the answer. So let us see the answer. Let us lock that answer and see the explanation on the next slide. Okay, that's those who have guessed it is cashew apple. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. This is right on the money. This aligns with the data. A well-reasoned conclusion. Okay, that's great. Having interest is more important than knowing the answer or not. So Feni is a traditional triple distilled heritage spirit. In the map also you can see it is Goa. Clear? So Goa is between Maharashtra and Karnataka. So that's the reason. So don't get mistaken that whether it is Karnataka. No, it is highlighted part is Goa. So this is Ozo Penny is the name. So cashew nut, the true seed, whereas cashew apple, you understand. So GI tag means geographical indication. Clear? So that other people cannot copy it, they cannot produce and sell with the same name. Okay, right. So here we go for the next question. It doesn't mean that if you don't know one question, that is over. It is never over. So still some more questions are there which you can easily answer also. So keep on thinking. So the next question on your screen, honoring educational heritage. This is a question based on educational heritage. Important days, what we say, study in GK. So National Education Day is celebrated on November 11th, marking the birth anniversary of A. Is it APJ Abdul Kalam? B. Is it Sardar Patel? C. Abul Kalam Azad, or D, none of this. So we have four options. National Education Day is celebrated. It marks the birth anniversary of which of the following people? Abdul Kalam, Sardar Patel, Abul Kalam Azad, or none of these? National Education Day. So I am finding A, Abdul Kalam. Right. Let us see whether it is correct or not. So meanwhile, keep on thinking. So 20 more seconds I will wait, and then I will disclose the answer. So the next slide will solve everything and make the idea clear. It will analyze everything. Okay, now we have A option, and we have Jagdish says, is it C, Abul Kalam Azad? So there is a slight difference. Now there is a B option also, now I could see. So we have all the options, Abul Kalam Azad, and we have A option, Abdul Kalam also. We have B option, Sardar Patel also. Okay. So 10 more seconds and then I will reveal the answer. So I am not going to waste your time much. So please keep learning and keep questioning, keep on thinking. Check your audio, grab your notebooks so that we can make it more challenging. Some more beautiful questions are there ahead. Okay, now, so let's reveal the answer. So what is the answer? Let us try to find out. C is for Abul Kalam Azad. That is absolutely correct answer. So Abul Kalam Azad happens to be the first Minister of Education and the chief architect of the country's modern educational infrastructure. And that's the reason why we are celebrating his birthday as the National Education Day. Okay, so now let's see what is in the stock for the next question. On your screen, the next question. This is the toughest. This is just pure gold question. Maybe the last question also of this show. Which place on earth is nearest to space? Which place on earth is nearest to space? And I said this is pure gold. This is a toughest question. Not that easy. Which place on earth is nearest to space? Most unexpected question of this show. A, Mount Everest. B, Mount Chimborazo. C, Kilimanjaro, or option D, Aconcagua. So we have four options: Mount Everest, Mount Chimborazo, C, Kilimanjaro, or D, Aconcagua. So we have four options here, and now I am seeing, okay, option C already we are finding, option C and option B also. So two options we are seeing on the answers list. Now what about the others? So please keep on answering. So the more the better you will participate with energy and enthusiasm. You participate. This will boost my confidence and this will boost your energy also. So keep on trying. Never regret that what you don't know. So learning is a continuous process. So which place on earth? Which place on earth is nearest to space? Which place on earth is nearest to space? So here we have Kilimanjaro. One more supporting Kilimanjaro. Yes, clear. So let us see here. Kilimanjaro. 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 Now, let us see here. So the show should go on. Okay, right. So we have a peculiar name came here with Jack Sparrow, and Jack Sparrow goes with B. Sai Kumar thinks it is perhaps B, and we have Tejaswini says C. Kilimanjaro. Surya also goes with C option, Kilimanjaro. So 20 more seconds. So I will wait for this question on physical geography. So physical geography, which place on earth is nearest to space? Yay, right. The number is now gradually increasing. So that's a good sign and the good spirit that this will keep me motivated. So which place on earth is nearest to space? A. Mount Everest. B. Mount Chimborazo. C. Kilimanjaro. So we have, right, is it C? Comes Ramalakshmi. Okay, that is C. There is one more. And A options also we are finding continuously. Now the fight is on, and maximum number of children. Again, it says C only they stand. Okay, so within 10 seconds, I will reveal the answer. So now there is a fight started. The real fight have begun and the real quizzing had started. This is the true competitive spirit. This is what exactly I was waiting all this clear. Right. So which place on earth is nearest to space? Just 10 seconds to go. And then I will reveal the answer. So Mount Everest, Mount Chimborazo, Kilimanjaro, or Aconcagua. So now, after revealing the answer, you give a brief note on all options. That certainly is my attempt. Always I try to give. Okay, right. So here we see, let us disclose the answer. We cannot wait too long. So now the time has come to reveal the answer. Here we go. It is the most unexpected answer, Mount Chimborazo. So Mount Chimborazo is in Ecuador. So the reason is, when you see generally, it is Mount Everest, which is clearly the highest mountain, 8848 meters. Okay. Sometimes it is, there is a debate of 8850 meters also. But Earth has that oblate spheroid, the shape. So that's why it is more wide at the equator. That's the reason, due to the bulge at the center. So Ecuador, which is through the country through which the equator is passing, and it is located at such a place that it gets the advantage. So that's a lovely answer. Those who have chosen option C, that was a really outstanding answer. Outstanding, that Mount Chimborazo. So this was not a simple question, but very interesting. So you will find, so one more treat, that is going to be a mind boggling question. One more is waiting for you. One more question is there in the store. Okay, now here we go for the next question. So rack your brains, get ready, and keep on thinking. Clear, but try to come up with the right answer. So here we go for the next question. Let us see. The island, the only home to Dodo. This I will rate it as an average question for competitive examinations. It may be RRB, it may be banking, it may be for the other exams. This is a standard question and average. So this is based on ecology and history too. So the question is, island, the only home to Dodo, which is an extinct bird, as you are aware. So what was the home? A. New Zealand. Option B is Maldives. Option C, Mauritius. And option D is Indonesia. So already it started with a C, and again C. So two clear clarity we are getting that option C is getting the majority. Let us see the other people what is there in their mind. So we find Yamini. Okay, that's a great Yamini that you joined. New Zealand it goes another answer. So that's a great fight, good fight. This is what important for quizzing. This excitement I was waiting all this clear clear time, and now Mauritius also directly answers. Okay, now the number is increasing. So New Zealand, Maldives, Mauritius, Indonesia. So now option C, sir. Okay, so now there is a confirmation. So the excitement, the quiz is building. That is great. So now, okay, now let us go for the answer, because now too many options they have said. Okay, those who want to answer, so keep on chatting or commenting, give your answers, express your answer boldly and without any hesitation. So let us see here. Now, the mind boggling question is still there in the store. So don't go away. We are still there in the quizzing. So now here the next question. So here in the slide, you see the answer. The answer is as you expected, and you have answered such a lovely answer. This aligns with the data, that is Mauritius, the dodo, clear without natural predators. That's why it became flightless. There was no reason to fly because they had no predators. But geographical isolation, Mauritius is located completely isolated. And the bigger country, the island country, it is not Mauritius, that is Madagascar. So don't get confused in Africa map. So the sailors from different European countries who used to stay there in the Mauritius Islands, so they started eating this particular bird, which was a flightless bird. Okay, now, so I think here, lovely answer. So most of you have given a very good answering. So now let us see the real fight begins here. Let us see the real fight begins here, because there is in the store one more mind-boggling question. Okay, so here we go for the next question on your screen. The next question. Okay, this is yet another sports buff question. So, Webb Ellis Cup is the name of option A, whether FIFA World Cup, Hockey World Cup, Cricket World Cup, or Rugby World Cup. So, we have four options here. So, there is a name for one of the World Cups, and that is Webb Ellis Cup. It is the name. Clear? Whether it is FIFA World Cup, Hockey World Cup, Cricket World Cup, or Rugby World Cup. So the answers right. Now the fight began. Whether it be B or D. Okay, again B. Right. So now let us see here what the others are thinking. Which option is correct? Just 20 seconds and then I will reveal the answer. So I am not going to waste your time, precious time. Only 20 more seconds. And then after that, option B, say this is Rugby World Cup, says, okay, here. Now, what is the correct answer? FIFA World Cup, Hockey World Cup, Cricket World Cup, Rugby World Cup. Okay, now, so option D gets support. Option D yet again gets support from Clear, Surya, Sai, Ramalakshmi, Chaitu. Clear, so many people, participants. Okay, so let us see here. Let us reveal the correct answer on your screen. Yes, you have guessed correct. You have hit the nail on the head. That is absolutely correct answer. Rugby World Cup. You can see the trophy. It is named after William Webb Ellis. So there is a legendary story that a schoolboy by the name Ellis when the game was going on football, he held that football and ran over the ground. Thus, a new game with a new rules was invented. So here we find Jack Sparrow also says goes for rugby. So rugby is absolutely correct answer. So let us see the next question. As I said, one more mind-boggling question, whether it is the next question or the next. So here we go on your screen. Which country is known as Africa in miniature? Yes, Africa in miniature. So Prem Charan also we are finding here. So which country is known as Africa in miniature? Whether it is Cameroon or B, Egypt, C, Nigeria, or D, South Africa. Option A, Cameroon. Option B, Egypt. Option C, Nigeria. Or option D, South Africa. Okay, yes, option C had started getting favor. Nigeria says Prem Charan. Okay, now what others are thinking? Let us see here. Nigeria option is written, and yes, yes, keep on thinking the what others have to say. Okay, here we have Chaitu says D option. That sir says D. And we have one more person joined here. JK Learn says Cameroon. And we have Surya says Yay, and Prem Charan says Nigeria, says Sai Kumar says Yay or C. He's in dilemma. My God. So what is this answer? Which country is known as Africa in miniature? So right. Okay. So there is already blame game started that some people are Googling, but still the fight is on. This is the real excitement of the quizzing, that unstoppable, uncontrollable is the curiosity. Okay. So let us bring an end to the curiosity, whether Cameroon or Egypt or Nigeria or South Africa, and why it is called as the Africa in miniature. Let us find out in the next slide. Here we go with the answer. So Jack Sparrow goes with Cameroon. So so many other children also have come on with the answer. Let us see here: Nigeria, Cameroon, Egypt, or South Africa. Yes, it is Cameroon. Those who have guessed, those who have said Cameroon, it is absolutely correct. So why? Because it has the desert, it has savanna, the grasslands, it has the rainforest, it has the coastline. So that's the reason almost all the diversity, geographical diversity, and climatic conditions of Africa you can find in small, a miniature Africa in the form of, yes, here Yamini also said Cameroon. So that is absolutely correct answer. So those who have guessed Cameroon, that's a correct answer. So you could see the complete clarification why it is called so. So now let us go for the next question on your screen. The next question. Okay, without wasting much time. Only player again on sports. Again on sports. This time it is on cricket. I am expecting maximum number of children certainly could give the answer, and you should do it because you are living in a cricket crazy country. Only player to play all 19 seasons of IPL for a single franchise. So I am stressing seasons, 19 seasons of IPL for a single franchise. Who is that player? Option A, Rohit Sharma. Option B, MS Dhoni. Option C, Virat Kohli. Or option D, Manish Pandey. So already started. Option C gets 1, says Chaitu, whereas Surya says B, whereas again we have C, and Prem Charan says C, Virat Kohli. And now what others are saying, 20 more seconds. and then we will pass on to the next. We will move on to the next question without wasting your valuable time. So Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli, or Manish Pandey, who is your right choice? Which is the right option? So now let us bring an end to this. Okay, some have written MSD. Sai Kumar says MS Dhoni. Okay, let us find out whether it is Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni, or Virat Kohli, or Manish Pandey. We said all 19 seasons of IPL for a single franchise. So here is your answer. Answer is Virat Kohli, because he remained exclusively with the Royal Challengers Bengaluru since the beginning. So whereas we have MS Dhoni, played for Rising Pune Super Giants when CSK was suspended during 2016 and 17. So that's why there is a franchise suspension. Whereas Rohit Sharma, you find he played for Deccan Chargers also and Mumbai Indians. And here automatically Virat Kohli is the right choice right from 2008 till this 2026. So here we find Sai Kumar, Clear, Jagadish, Chaitu, Premcharan. So many, all the people have participated, and Virat Kohli is certainly yes. That's great. That's great. That's great. Now let us move on to the next question. And I am waiting, and you have to wait for another mind boggling question. Still, it is there. What is the name of the imaginary line that separates the Earth's atmosphere from space? This is the toughest question of today. Yes, literally correct. This is the toughest question of today's show. Might be the last question also. What is the name of the imaginary line that separates the Earth's atmosphere from space? So check your audio, grab your notebooks. So today's set is going to be a challenge for many, and keep on answering. Don't hesitate to participate. So here we find that is option C is a green line. We say Kamaran line, again C, and Sai Kumar, Premcharan go for Kamaran line. Okay, we have green line also. Chaitu stands for green line. Now what others have to say? Sai Kumar says again that it is option D, right? So now let us try to see. So two more options clear. Right, 20 more seconds, and then let us see. Here Surya goes for blue line. Now the fight has begun. This is not a easy question. This is one of the toughest questions, and for today's show, certainly is it is the toughest question of tonight. What is the name of the imaginary line that separates the Earth's atmosphere from space? So Plimsoll line, blue line, green line, or Karman line? Plimsoll, blue line, green line, or Karman line? So last 10 seconds, and then we will come to an end. So here we have Jagadish also goes for Karman line. Okay, let us see that why Karman line. Most of you are clear trying to go by Karman line. Whether it is correct, I am seeing a lot of people going by Karman line. Whether you are sure, Jack Sparrow says it is D, and we have yes, here's another Varalakshmi ji says D. Okay, so now let us see here. Okay, let us bring an end to this big fight. What is correct answer? Karman line is absolutely correct. Spot on. You hit the nail on the head. So this is absolutely correct answer. Even though question was toughest, but you have solved this. Located approximately 100 kilometers above mean sea level, Karman line represents the altitude where the atmosphere becomes too thin to support aeronautical flight, requiring spacecraft to rely on orbital mechanics. So this imaginary line, just 100 kilometer above the mean sea level, we have drawn one imaginary line that is referred as Karman line. So now let us see what is in the next question on your screen. Which was the first tiger reserve in India to officially introduce a mascot, that is Bhur Singh the Barasingha? Which was the first tiger reserve in India to officially introduce a mascot, that is Bhur Singh the Barasingha? It is based on wildlife conservation. Your options are A. Kanha National Park, B. Kuno National Park, C. Jim Corbett National Park, or D. Bandhavgarh National Park. Which was the first tiger reserve in India to officially introduce a mascot, that is Bhur Singh the Barasingha? Is it Kanha National Park? Is it Kuno National Park? Is it Jim Corbett National Park? Or is it Bandhavgarh National Park? So I'm finding here Jim Corbett says Prem Charan. The same way Surya also goes by the Jim Corbett. Sai Kumar says it is Bandhavgarh National Park. So now the fight has begun. So when you people defied, right, the fight has begun. So option C, that Bhur Singh the Barasingha is the mascot. Right. Let us see. Which was the first tiger reserve in India to officially introduce a mascot? Very important question for all the competitive examinations. Maybe the banking, maybe SSC, maybe RRB, and the children who are preparing for even UPSC and Public Service Commission also. So here we have Yamini also says, right, that's true. Yamini, you say revision helps in memorization. That's great. And we have here Lakshmi, who says option C, Jim Corbett National Park. So that's nice to see that more number of people are now trying to come up with the answers. That's a great sign, good confidence. So we will not waste your valuable time, and within 10 seconds, I will reveal the answer. Which was the first tiger reserve in India to officially introduce a mascot, that is Bhur Singh the Barasingha? Okay, so now let's go by the answer. And the answer is Kanha National Park. Jim Corbett happens to be the first national park of India. Yes, first national park is Jim Corbett, which initially started as Malcolm Haley National Park, and later on the name was changed to Jim Corbett. But here the question was, that is the mascot, Bhur Singh. That is a Barasingha. You can see that Barasingha is swamp deer is shown. So this was introduced in 2017 so that to protect and save this animal and generate awareness among the people to protect and save this precious animal called swamp deer. Okay, so now let's go for the next question. Probably the last question of this show, or is it the last question? Let me find out. This is certainly the last question for today because time is concerned very important. So this is the last question of this day. Which location is widely known as the Cherrapunji of the South? So you know Mawsynram, the rainiest place, followed by Cherrapunji. Both are in Meghalaya. But now the question is, which location is widely known as the Cherrapunji of the South? Cherrapunji of the South. Options are A. Ooty, B. Agumbe, C. Wayanad, and D. Horsley Hills. So options you are seeing. So here Ooty, Agumbe, Wayanad, and Horsley Hills. Which location is known as the Cherrapunji of the South? This question is based on climatology and very useful for UPSC, Public Service Commissions. Okay, now here Yamini says Agumbe. Okay, questioning me. Here Varalakshmi ji says A. Ooty. Prem Charan goes with Agumbe. Okay, now let us see what others have. So here Horsley Hills says the Surya, and okay, B or C. Okay, the confusion also started. Okay, now this is as the last question. So obviously we are waiting 20 seconds only, and then I will end up the show for today. And how right? So the support, if it will continue, so I will come up with the more interesting questions, still better standard, and very lovely questions. And every show I'm guaranteeing that at least 3 questions will create headache, and 2 questions will be mind-boggling and very precious, never before, never heard type. Okay, now, so before I reveal the answer, which location is widely known as the Cherrapunji of the South? So last time I'm repeating 10 seconds and I will reveal the answer. Whether it is Ooty, Agumbe, Wayanad, Horsley Hills. We have 4 options and right. So now I'm revealing the answer, and also we will try to end the show also. Answer is even Vishnu. Okay. And Varalakshmi ji also says B. And Agumbe is absolutely correct answer. So Agumbe is in Karnataka. It is in Western Ghats. And you can see that how the orographic precipitation. So the moisture laden winds when moved and blocked by the path is blocked by the mountain, then that side, okay, which is called as windward side, will occur heavy rainfall, and whereas the leeward side or the rain shadow region, there will be no rainfall or very less rainfall. So that's why this Agumbe is the this is the Cherrapunji of the South. So with this clear, with this, so keep learning, keep questioning. That's all we have time for today, but keep the curiosity alive, keep learning, keep questioning, and I will see you in the next live. Thank you all for participating in this show and making it a very wonderful show. Thank you all, and thank you once again. Tomorrow we'll come up with still more better questions. Thank you all once again.